Greetings, unsettled souls. Welcome to the Correct Views. It's 4:20, 2:45 in the morning. I was going to give you the primary results in my studio upstairs, but Buddy Puff is here. And for those of you that hit subscribe, Buddy Puff is only around on April Fool's Day, Halloween, and 420. Now, I don't know what he's doing. He's getting ready. For those of you that don't know, he's my fictional character that is real. That is not why you tuned in. So he will be going live at 4:20. I have decided that the news I have to give you is actually too important for Buddy Puff to give you. So I'm going to give you these two stories in my normal Sam DeGangi, hello me. Yeah. And then Buddy Puff is going to be doing the silliness for those of you that want your 420 update. I do want you to know that the election results are in. I have not let you down on any of the results that I have given thus far. And Donald Trump has not just won New York. To say that Donald Trump won New York is like saying Godzilla nicked Tokyo. Trump has devastated 518,601 votes. 60.5% of the vote went to Donald Trump. 214,755 for Kasich. Kasich had this to say after he got his results back, and this was according to an official statement. And that is the official statement from John Kasich. Ted Cruz said, I'm sorry, he fainted. 14.5%, 123,894 votes. So right there, I'm going to go to screen share for those of you that want to see it. Know that I'm not just making it up. Now, again, this could change. Look where my mouse is here, friends. 94% is in. So this could deviate a little bit. But it's mathematically impossible for anybody to beat Trump, hence the green echo, the green X here on Fox News, check mark, I should say. And of course, Hillary Clinton. 1,307,344 votes. Sanders, 752,739, 57.9 to 42.1, 94% are in. That means Hillary has it. She won it. Let's be fair. She won it. This could really be the nail in the coffin for the Sanders campaign. I'm going to scroll down so you guys can see the results by county. I'm not going to read them. Just hit screen share. While you're hitting screen share, hit subscribe. You can hit pause, whatever. I'm going to go to show all counties so you get it. As I'm doing that, I'm going to segue into my next story real quick. Like I said, can't go to my studio. Buddy Puff is doing something. I don't know. He asked me to get him like 12 lighters, and I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, as I scroll down, that's per county. How many of you have heard about the demonic arches that are being erected all over the nation and all over, I should say, the globe in many different nations? I mention this because, and for those of you that aren't Christian, don't zone out on me here because it cycles around in ways that you wouldn't suspect. But you could be a raving Satanist and you're going to be with me on this. That's the end of the counties. In the Bible, for Christians, evil has always come under some weird guise. Satan posed as a friend, so to speak. Throughout the Bible, Satanism has entered into the culture in ways that does not involve him carrying a pitchfork and looking evil. He usually looks wonderful, and that's how he gets you to do the things that we all do, and of which I am most included. They're saying that because ISIS, we now call them Daesh on this show, because Daesh is, oh, Christelle looked at me strangely. You see, they don't like being called Daesh. Daesh implies that they're only in one region and that they're not going to grow. They hate the name Daesh. Always call ISIS Daesh. They hate it. Demonic arches rising in New York and London on April 19th are they welcome signs for the Antichrist. This is important because it's being done under the guise of because ISIS has destroyed them, as they have done many other religions, that we're putting up these arches as a testimony against ISIS. Well, they destroyed a lot of Christian symbols. Are we rebuilding any of those? They destroyed a whole bunch of Hindu relics and relics from the Egyptian religion. Have we restored any of that? No. Do you think if you are an atheist, would you? Is it okay to put crosses all over? Would you like that? Well, a lot of really cool atheists wouldn't care. You know what I mean? The condescending ones, the ones that think you can't display anything. Let me ask you a question. Why is this okay? Does this alarm nobody but me? Even if you're not a believer, you have to ask yourself why would someone choose the worst? Baal worship, and that's why Buddy Puff isn't doing this story. Baal worship was not just wild orgies, which we all enjoy. Um, this was child rape, child sacrifice. Many people don't know Sodom and Gomorrah was not destroyed because of gay people. I'm not saying it was a wonderful idea and God loved it, but they tried to rape an angel for one, and they were burning their children in sacrifices at blood orgies that happened to include sex, among everything else. It was not about sex. That was just one part of it. These were the pedophiles of the ancient world. They worshipped a god known as Baal. Now, let me ask you why we are building anything in honor of Baal. This is from ChristianToday.com. Christians should watch out for two events that would take place simultaneously on April 19th in New York City and London, Christian author Michael Snyder says. On that day, reproductions of the arch that stood in front of the Temple of Baal in Palmyra, Syria, are going to be erected in Times Square and in Trafalgar Square. That would coincide with an occult festival related to the worship of a demon named Baal. Now, remember, I told you if you did not believe in any god or any devil, does that mean that? Do I have any atheist parents listening? Are you happy that somebody is worshiping pedophiles, or at least honoring pedophiles, and erecting arches that are in honor of a pedophile? Because you are an atheist, do you want your kid raped? Because I'm a Christian and I don't want your kid raped. We're agreeing here. Can we agree that this is a really bad idea? This is a sign of something really bad. This is not conspiracy theory here. There is a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, being spent to rebuild these. This cost a fortune to make. Writing for Charisma News, Snyder wonders whether the arches to be installed would be of giant welcome signs to the Antichrist. The author says he fears these are based on facts. On April 19th is the day of the 13-day period of time known as the blood sacrifice to the beast that culminates on the high occult holy day in Beltane on May 1st, he says. April 19th is also a date of the feast of Moloch, the ancient Canaanite god that is repeatedly vilified in the Old Testament, mainly for things like pedophilia. He also notes a series of horrific events that have occurred on 19th, such as the Waco massacre, the Oklahoma City bombing, the Columbine High School massacre, the Virginia Tech massacre, the Boston Marathon explosion. Boston terrorist Terlane Tesnov shot himself. Snyder also notes that since 2012 is a leap year, April 20th will be the 111th day of the year, and triple numbers are considered to be power dates in the occult world. Now, I'll admit I sometimes enjoy 420. People say, what are you going to do if you run for office? If I'm working for the people, then I would quit smoking. I'll be dead honest. I've done it before. Never said I was going to lie about it. If I get a job at city council or something, then I promise to quit while I'm on. I'll have to do so. But having said that, it's a joke for me. It is not a religious holiday. I do not worship the birth of Adolf Hitler, which has also happened. I want to be clear because I'm about to be doing a show that celebrates 420. That's silliness, okay? It's silliness. This is not. This is something really bad going on around us here. And I don't want to get so caught up in the fact that, Colorado has its 420 and they're able to. I'm happy they got their rights here, but people, even in Colorado, there are bigger things than this. So please listen to me. I'm sorry, the damn computer refreshed. He says that the worship of Baal can be traced all the way back to the ancient king of Babylon that is known in the Sumerian sources of known as Enmikar, but in the Bible he is known as Nimrod. Nimrod established the very first New World Order in the ancient world. Again, you don't believe in God, that's fine. Do you like the New World Order? Because I don't. Well, this was the first one. He fundamentally changed the course of all of human history. After he died, it says the ancient king of Babylon eventually came to be worshipped as the sun god under the names Marduk, Osiris, and Apollo, among others. Apollo. What's the last name given in the Bible for the demon? Apollyon. Apollyon. We are building arches in 2016 to Apollo. Apollyon is the Greek version of Apollo for those of you with no sense of history. Many secret societies and occult groups believe that someday this ancient deity will be resurrected and will once again take its place as the ruler of the world. Moreover, many Christian scholars believe that there is a connection between Nimrod and the coming of the Antichrist. Snyder wonders, quote, is it just a coincidence that we are erecting arches for this ancient deity in New York and London on a date that is exceedingly significant for those who worship this ancient deity? Pause. For those that worship it. If you don't you want to know if your leaders are, in fact, Satanists, or if they are, in fact, people that are worshiping pedophilia? Even if you don't worship that God or any God, even if you hate Jesus, don't you want to know this, or don't you care about your child's sweet virgin behind? Because I do. Could it be possible that there is more to these gateways than are being constructed than we are being told? The author notes that mankind has entered a period of time known in the Bible as the last days. From this point onward, things are going to get much, much stranger. Ultimately, the world that we live in is going to come to resemble that of the post-apocalyptic science fiction novel, Snyder warns. Friends, keep an eye on this, because it doesn't matter if you worship God, the devil, Jesus, the mighty moon men up on the moon of green cheese. Point is, the people that are leading us are some really questionable, weird people. And I'm wearing a Thrift Hill Cult t-shirt. I'm not saying here anything great moral. I DJ in a strip club, and if two women start making out, I probably won't blink. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the deliberate, purposeful worship of evil for the sake of things that could be a detriment to other people. That's what I'm talking about. Been a very serious update, friends. I haven't missed an election result yet. Next posting is probably not going to be so serious. It'll be your 420 show with Buddy Puff. Good night, friends. God bless. This is all brought to you by Change Transportation. If you're going to ride anywhere at all, you're going to use Uber or Yellow Cab, or what the hell is wrong with you? Call Change Transportation. Say you heard about it on the Correct Views, and you're going to get a discount. Good night, friends. God bless.